Hello everyone, I am one of the creators of BoBi Blockchain, and today I'll be reading the entire white paper. We decided to design a white paper with full transparency, validity, and to bring it into the real world, as there are a lot of Web 2 seekers who are looking to get in the Web 3 world, and our blockchain is designed to onboard real estate, insurance policies, entertainment, and all other functions that will be added from developers and entrepreneurs who start to create DeFi programs onto our blockchain. So I'll be reading the white paper as is. This white paper introduces BoBi, an ecosystem for our civilization to flourish harmoniously through the education of financial and economic literacy. BoBi's core vision brings physical and intangible global assets on-chain to connect for benefits mechanisms. With a new monetary rewards financial participation and sustainability system, BoBi will bridge the gap between developing and advanced countries under one single layer protocol. With the current market cap of crypto reaching highs of up to $3 trillion, there's still a lot more room for growth. There are over 7,000 tokens or more trading across exchanges, and the underlying system that allows for these transactions to occur is blockchain technology. On the contrary, current banking system structures of governance are being outdated. Countries and individuals have accumulated trillions of dollars in debts thanks to central banks. BoBi's core vision is to create an ecosystem where blockchain technology is used to provide functions with all aspects of everyday life transactions. A changing ecosystem has become inevitable. BoBi provides a new environment where people from all facets of life can learn financial literacy with emerging technology, without the old system introduced by central governing interfering with their financial interests to grow. As this project is in its early stages, the parameters outlined in this document might change from time to time. It's evolving. BoBi's mission is to utilize the blockchain with the world we live in through a harmonious understanding of how the system operates within our economy. This is accomplished through various branches of BoBi's ecosystem, which include the coin creation of global assets through BoBi, US Crypto Bank, and Crypto Palette, a self-developed exchange. BoBi's decentralized insurance platforms allows all users to participate in accessing the funding they need through the process of infinite banking. Physical spaces such as the city of Ra, currently being developed in North America, is an eco-crypto-friendly city where land and goods will be brought on-chain to be built seamlessly within the natural world. It's a beautiful place. A lot of solar, a lot of wind energy, a lot of nuclear, a lot of cool things happening. BoBi Startup Incubator and Innovation Center, US Crypto Bank is open to all retail and institutional investments. US Crypto Bank, powered by BoBi. US Crypto Bank has transformed itself into an asset management bank, insurance, and information brand to build within current markets. We plan to onboard our customers by teaching them the basic cryptology to understand and gain trust within our community. We have a niche focus on insurance, as it is necessary and recession-proof in any global leading industry. Our goal is building a physical presence in the crypto market by giving users the ability to connect physically with the digital world in real-time structural components such as US Crypto Bank. Our building educates and provides multiple crypto programs, user applications to integrate with your daily needs and provide customers with an easy wallet and vault setup process. US Crypto Bank is your guide to the new frontier of Web 3 and Web 4. So this is a general disclaimer. We're gonna read the general disclaimer. Why not? Please read this general disclaimer carefully. If you're in any doubt as to the action that you should take, you should consult your legal, financial, tax, or other professional advisors. This white paper is for informational purposes only and be subject to change. This white paper contains forward-looking statements or information that relate to BoBi's current expectations and views of future events and current events. In some cases, these forward-looking statements can be identified by words and phrases such as will, expect, anticipate, aim, estimate, intend, plan, seek, believe, potential, continuing, is, are, likely, or a negative to these terms, or other similar expressions intended to identify forward-looking statements. All forward-looking statement addresses matters that involve risk and uncertainties. Accordingly, there are and will be important factors that could cause the project's actual situations and results to differ materially from those indicated in these statements. Therefore, we reserve any potential further comments or considerations arise from this new case law, regulations, or facts that may impact the project as well represented in the white paper, as well as the evolution of applicable laws and regulations through the current market. The information set forth in this white paper may not be exhaustive and does not imply any elements of contractual relationships, while BoBi makes every effort to ensure that any material in this white paper is accurate and up to date, such as material in no way constitutes the provision of professional advice. BoBi does not guarantee and accepts no legal liability whatsoever arising or connecting to the accuracy, reliability, currency, and completeness of any material contained on this white paper. Potential BoBi coin holders should seek appropriate independent professional advice prior to relying or entering into any commitment or transactions based on the materials published in this white paper, which material is purely published for the purposes alone. BoBi coin and all other tokens mentioned in this white papers are not intended to constitute securities in any jurisdictions. BoBi coin and other tokens mentioned in this white paper do not confer direct or indirect to the BoBi's capitals, incomes, or assets, nor do they confer to the governance rights to BoBi and associated companies. This white paper does not constitute a prospectus or offer document of any sort and is intended to constitute an offer of security or solicitation for investment in securities in any jurisdiction. BoBi does not provide any opinion on advice to purchase, sell, or otherwise transact with BoBi coin and all other tokens mentioned in this white paper, and the fact of presentation of this white paper will not form the basics or be relied upon the connection with any contract or purchase decision. No person is bound to enter into any contract or binding legal commitment in a relationship to the sale and purchase of BoBi coin and any other tokens mentioned in this white paper. And no cryptocurrencies or other forms of payment should be accepted on the basis of this white paper. BoBi does not guarantee the accuracy of these statements made or conclusions reached in this white paper. BoBi does not make expressly disclaims all representations and warranties, whether expressed or implied whatsoever, including but not limited to any representations or warranties relating to the mechanicability, fitness, or particular purpose, description, suitability, or non-infringement clause. That such contents do not infringe on other third parties. No information in this white papers is considered to be legal, financial, business, or tax advice, as you should consult your own legal, financial, tax, and other professional advisors before entering in any activity. To the extent legally permissible and liability of BoBi, employees such as any parent, subsidiary, or affiliate company of the BoBi and other third parties service providers for any direct damages or losses which you may suffer or incur in connections with this white paper and the reliance on any information provided herein are excluded. If you are in any doubt as to actions you should take, you should consult your legal, financial, tax, or other professional advisors. This white paper is for informational purposes only and may be subject to change. Introduction. That's super important. I hope you guys understood that. There used to be a time when resources were extremely scarce when it came to cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance. When Satoshi Nakamoto's 2008 Bitcoin white paper, a revolution sparked and began a new era of finance. It envisioned a financial ecosystem that disrupts the global economy progressively and creates a monetary system that relies on the people instead of a central authority of government. What began simply as a new standard of digital transfer through Bitcoin has now rapidly expanded to include a plethora of altcoins vying for attention, as well as new concepts in decentralized finance, DeFi, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and decentralized trading infrastructures, DEXs, and mainstream media. It is widely reported that the cryptocurrency space has one of the fastest growing industries, albeit with the validity and so to be expected. The technology and the disruptive ways of doing things are now shifting the economies of the world. Currently, there are two main layers of protocols that are building blocks of a blockchain technology. Layer 1 protocols refer to blockchain ledger, while Layer 2 technologies are built on top of blockchain layers. Such Layer 1 examples include Bitcoin, Ethereum, BoBi, Litecoin, Binance, Dogecoin, believe it or not, Solana, and Cardano, while tokens, Uniswap, Polygon, USDC, DAI, Shiba, Filecoin are examples of Layer 2 protocols built on top of blockchain technologies. Today, we are witnessing information overflow, which has resonated throughout the crypto universe, sparking a huge wave of projects entering the market. Some of these cryptocurrency projects have been built to benefit and reward those who have already seasoned in the crypto space. Their focus has generally been on the ramp customers as fast as possible on existing secure chains to incur less and less fees and offer non-sustainable staking and APY rewards in the DeFi NFT space. For new individuals entering the volatile system, they're usually left holding the bag. Happens a lot. Inversely, the transformative technology of BoBi is designed to integrate our physical world with the technology bonded with growth of human civilizations. BoBi connects traditional industries, businesses, social settings, as well as physical assets onto our blockchain. By doing so, BoBi creates opportunities to decentralize efficient access to capital from the modern world's providers, including corporations, hard money lenders, and angel investors. BoBi brings these opportunities to the people who need it most, the everyday working folks, borrowers, and entrepreneurs, along with making money assets as well as natural capital being more accessible through governing coins and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Leveraging these capabilities of multiple blockchains and providing users with an easy-to-use, highly adaptable, secure, and transparent environment, BoBi will provide solutions to the problems we are faced with today and deficiencies caused with central governments in our society. BoBi is a large ecosystem of different services with cross-chain interference and supports multiple decentralized finance protocols, non-fungible and decentralized apps, dApps. As the system is in its infancy stages of development, the parameters outlined in this document might change from time to time. The core technology and vision will remain the same unless and until research and development team working on the project decide to include newer features into the ecosystem. If we look back into history, the people who gave their lives building America believe that this is the land of success and freedom. Looking at the growth that this country has had over the past 100 years, it is clear that it is full of opportunities. Today, these opportunities have gotten fewer and more difficult to access. Traditionally, the new monetary system is undoubtedly flawed but not completely worthless. The level of centralizations in our monetary system is alarming. However, people prefer to use these systems that they are familiar with. Things that they know and things that they trust are embedded and written in making financial decisions for them. Throughout societies, these events of global recessions and high inflation rates often lead to what is known as a mindset of scarcity among the working and middle and lower class. Today, it is estimated that 32.2 million people are living under the poverty line in the United States alone. Despite the fact that education progress and programs of the school attendance are improving, most people are still working 8 to 12 hours a day and 5 to 6 days a week. Traditionally, there are 102 uninsured and underinsured Americans who know they need little life insurance coverage policies. This imbalance results in a society that is constantly under stress and leaves little opportunities for entrepreneurial growth, especially in minority-based communities whose beneficiaries could benefit from these policies that should have already been implemented. Today, environmentally, we have collectively faced with the issues of how natural resources are being processed and allocated to large companies. Natural capital, the world's stock in natural resources, is a majority of society experiencing economically. It's no wonder that there's not enough attention being taken to the issues that cause our natural world is facing. How do we balance the concerns of economic, societal, and environmental concerns that we are creating? Vision. Jay-Z previously said, with more information, you grow, you evolve. The thing is, with this younger generation is that you have it at your fingertips. However, information without understanding is nothing. Can we create a better system with the current resources available? How can we close the poverty gap that is affecting the lives of millions of everyday working Americans who believe in their country? Can capitalism exist with a fair and equal distribution of wealth through a multi-chain system? What if we were also able to develop a model that is not only protects our natural resources, but also helps us generate sustainable profits from their preservation and care? What if we can build a green city that uses crypto and natural resources as its only form of financial banking? With BoBi, we believe it's only necessary to keep the human spirit intact and to build a better society for today. Based on the current financial crisis, the current banking system cannot sustain another 100 years of rapid inflation, false scarcity, and poverty-stricken environments based on the system it has created. The solution. BoBi intends to solve these problems by producing a complete ecosystem of crypto-based financial products that works harmoniously with traditional finance and insurance, instead of alienating its users. It gives its users a familiar front-end interface that hosts multiple financial opportunities, tools, and services with high-end technology running behind encrypted security chains we have set. BoBi will continue to merge the physical world with the augmented world, bypassing central governance systems and bringing people from different backgrounds and socioeconomic circumstances together under one ethos. BoBi can provide everyone with equal opportunity to participate and build a better life for themselves, create a coin with natural capital and property add commodity to the community. This ecosystem of community holders is that we call the BoBi ecosystem, also known as Emerald Tablets. Why it works. With nodes from a decentralized system, we can streamline across to capital, allowing entrepreneurs to flourish, creating layer 2 and layer 3 protocols for economic needs. Bypassing the debt that has caused many people to become overwhelmed with stress. Instead of that, we enable everyone to breathe. Focus on the problems of solving solutions. Dare them to dream. Turn ideas into actions and plan for a better economic circumstance. DSAO, decentralized autonomous organization, governance for the people, by the people, is creating a software capable of integrating AI technologies while cultivating the abilities for humans to emerge with technology they create with our supercomputer resources. This philosophy will be an integral for creating a decentralized and seamless semi-autonomous way of managing natural assets and bringing hope to the people living in dire economic situations. BoBi allows the blockchain to provide utility through an open source platform, giving everyone the freedom to build. By developing economic policies that are rooted in core fundamental values of human mortality rather than barbaric practice, BoBi will function as a platform for scalable galactic blueprint code conduct while seeing beyond the scopes of Earth. With the current focus sustainability, BoBi will drive the development of projects relating to artificial intelligence, blockchain, biotechnology, clean technology, hospitality, clean ocean startups, natural medicines, social service, planetary explorations, and sustainable aquaponics. As the BoBi community grows, BoBi coins and time, BoBi's digital currencies will continue to stay relevant for holders and traders, allowing community members to stake, save, lend, and borrow. For the real world, BoBi will maintain equitable resources to impact for assessing capital, education, and opportunity, the necessary ingredients for anyone to have a fair chance of accessing financial freedom. BoBi is building an ecosystem where both physical and virtual worlds can exist and support each other, with the sole focus of giving the customer the freedom of choice while encouraging ethical practices that allow for public transportations of purchase. BoBi will enable users to build a digital IP database that will cut out the need for intermediaries, while maintaining peace of mind through cybersecurity software. BoBi mainnet. BoBi chain mainnet. What's up, brother? Thanks for touching me. Since the introduction of the computer in the 1950s, databases have been the central systems for information traveling across networks. Today, distributed databases have allowed large number of quantum amounts of information to be spread across different systems and organizations without a central authority. The BoBi chain mainnet is based on Hyperledger Basu, version 21.102, the most current stable version technology to allow for us to build a secure high-performance transaction processing and a secure public network. Hyperledger Basu is an open-source client to the organizations such as Ethereum that implements Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, the EEA specifications. First developed under the Apache 2.0 licensing, more than 40% of its users utilize this open source software, including MySQL, the world's most popular database, and Firefox web browser. Also, the government actually uses it, and the military. Basu implements both proof of work and proof of authority census mechanisms and supports enterprises features including privacies and permissions such as CLIck, IBFT 2.0, QBFT protocols for consensus. BoBi was used CLIck protocols due to the high fault tolerance, and since adding blocks is comparatively faster when the nodes are larger. BoBi will also be implementing more energy efficient CLIck proof of authority consensus protocols. Hyperledger Basu performance benchmark. It uses 200 TPS with one node and 400 TPS with 16 nodes. Ethereum cross-chain mainnet client. Ethereum clients are software applications containing Ethereum protocols. This software includes data accurately capturing and securely storing information. The various Ethereum clients are all using default programs languages such as Java, Go, and Rust. Hyperledger Besu features the BoBi chain. As previously mentioned, Hyperledger Besu operates on the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, the EEA specifications, serves as a standard benchmark for the common interface development between various projects, both open and closed, on the Ethereum network. A vast network consisting of over 1,000 developers working on various products and protocols under Alliance. Listed below are more features from Hyperledger Besu. Proof of donation. Proof of donation allows simple mechanics for validators when giving a donation to charity, a visible library of transactions. Proof of donation also allows for sustainable structures to show with full transparencies when funds are being allocated to the initial donation. Change the donation way of doing things. Proof of authority. This will be our main systems to validate transactions with eating. Proof of authority is a consistent mechanism that requires a validator to stake their reputation. Proof of authority is a highly effective practice for private networks due to the relatively limited number of validator nodes and high capacity. Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM. BoBi chain is compatible with the EVM machine, a quasi-Turing complete computation engine that manages the rollout and execution of smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Besu makes it possible to bridge ERC tokens to BoBi from other EVM-based blockchains or Binance smart chains. Proprietary software refers to the commercial products license used by a vendor, normally for a fee. Interoperable means that a program can work with other programs, even those from other organizations, to quickly and easily perform a functions. Permissions. As a permissions network, Hyperledger Besu authorizes only specific accounts and nodes for participation. Permissions can be either local, utilizing a node leverage configuration file, or an on-chain utilization network level smart contract systems. Monitoring. Hyperledger Besu allows for monitoring of node and network performance. Prometheus and Grafana, while using JSON RPC API to send transactions to nodes. If you don't know what that is, we'll teach you about it. Just check out our website. Storage. Hyperledger Besu utilizes RocksDB, an embedded persistent key value database that ensures data is categorized into two subcategories, namely blockchain data and world state data. P2P networking. By utilizing Ethereum's developed P2P network protocols, Hyperledger Besu facilitates communications between clients. User-facing APIs. Besu provides mainnet APIs, EEA JSON RPC APIs supporting WebSocket and HTTP protocols. These APIs support Ethereum functionalities such as BoBi on-chain minting, smart contract development, decentralized application development, dApps. BoBi DAO voting system. BoBi holders can vote on the development plans of the BoBi DAO. There are two types of voting. Voting with coin holdings. There is no need to stake BoBi for this type of voting, which results of determining the number of coins held by the voters on both sides of the time when it's time to vote. Vote with staking. This type of voting requires voting to stake a certain number of BoBis, and the winning party will equally share all of BoBi stake by the losing party and a proportionate to their capital contribution. Governance. Environmental and social, GES. So government, environmental, and social nodes will be implemented into the infrastructure to better analyze our proficiency for a sustainable environment. Holders will be responsible to report essential data to build and report into our network. Smart contracts are a computer protocol intended to facilitate, verify, or enforce a contract on the blockchain networks. Specifically, smart contracts are an important reason why blockchain is called decentralized, allowing the execution of a traceable, irreversible, and secure transaction without the need of a third party. A smart contract contains all of the information of the transaction, and the resulting action is executed only when the requirements are met. The difference between smart contracts and the traditional paper contracts is that smart contracts are generated by a computer. Therefore, the code itself explains the relevant obligations to participants. In fact, the participants in the smart contracts are usually strangers on the internet, subject to a binding digital agreement. Essentially, a smart contract is a digital contract that does not produce results unless requirements are met. Verification. The smart contracts deployed on the BoBi chain function similar to the auto vending machines. Smart contracts are analogous to vending machines. When transferring Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies through a vending machine, analogous to a ledger, the input needs to meet the requirements for a smart contract code is to automatically execute the obligations agreed upon both parties. The obligation is written into code. If A completes task 1, then the payment from B will be transferred to A. Through such a protocol, smart contracts allow for various asset transactions, each of which is replicated and stored into a distributed ledger, and that way the information cannot be tampered with or destroyed, and the data encryption ensures complete anonymity between participants. While it is widely believed that smart contracts can only be used for assets in the digital ecosystem, BoBi Chain, the partner of BoBi, and developers who are developing applications on BoBi Chain are effectively exploring the world beyond digital currencies in order to connect the physical world and the blockchain world. Each smart contract is defined. It is considered an asset that manages the transactions between owners. Ethereum Standard Compatible Contracts. ESCC, in short, Ethereum Standard Compatibility Contracts. BoBi Mainnet is compatible with all ERC standard contracts and uses the same naming. ERC20 is fully compatible with the ERC standard interfaces and as follows. It shows a bunch of code, so I'm going to skip that. ERC 721 is fully compatible with ERC 721 standard and is used to mint a non-fungible token, NFT. A non-fungible token is a unit data stored within the BoBi chain that certifies a digital asset to be unique and therefore not interchangeable. NFTs can represent items such as photos, videos, audio, and other digital files. Access to any of these original files is not restricted to the buyer of the NFT, while copies of these digital items are available to anyone to obtain. NFTs are tracked on the blockchain to provide the owner with proof of rights that is separate from copyright. In the BoBi chain, NFTs can also be used to stand for usage for a long-term lease agreement or real-world assets in the physical world. Solidity. Solidity is an object-oriented, high-level language for implementing smart contracts. Smart contracts are programs that are governed through the behavior of contracts within the BoBi state. Solidity was influenced by C++, Python, and JavaScript, and designed to target BoBi Virtual Machine, which is fully compatible with the Ethereum Virtual Machine. Solidity is a statistically typed supporting inheritance, libraries, and complex user-defined types, among other features. With Solidity, it is possible to create contracts for voting, crowdfunding, bind auctions, and multi-signature wallets. When deploying contracts, it is advised to use the latest version of Solidity. This is due to the breaking changes as well as the regular feature updates and bug fixes. A 0.x version is currently in use, indicating the fast pace of change. Bitcoin wallet integration. Bitcoin Core ensures that every blockchain transaction it accepts is valid, increasing not only the security but also helping prevent miners and banks from taking control of Bitcoin. Every user on the platform will be able to create and install their very own non-custodial Bitcoin wallet. BoBi introducing tokenomics, rewards, and nodes to gas fees. BoBi's to create their own non-fungible and fungible tokens on our blockchain. The native token on BoBi chain is Rat BoBi. Gas fees on the blockchains are paid using BoBi. Users stake BoBi to help secure the networks and run validator nodes. Validators are rewarded with gas fees distributed across the mortgage proportion. Energy efficient smart contract mining. BoBi's codex contracts, ECCs, and system contracts are rules developed before the launch of the blockchain network. These network contracts take effect on the Genesis block that is created. ECC, almost all BoBi are locked in the ECC at the beginning of our blockchain launch. They'll be used as a proof to offer rewards to users who are active in the energy efficient zero carbon emissions mining. In addition, the ECC1 contract is also used to configure the rules of the minting function and drive to keep it running. ECC2, the contract used to sell BoBi, a small fraction of coins in the Genesis, is used for the first time. In short, users are rewarded with BoBi by staking BoBi through proof of stake. Real-world assets bringing value. Natural capital refers to the wealth resources that make up all our natural world, including water, air, soil, habitats, and ecosystems. Essentially, it's all resources necessary for sustaining life. Investing in natural capital helps guarantee sustainable energy efficient use as our world's natural resources, yet there are many barriers that keep the current people from doing so. These common challenges include illiquidity, high barriers to entry for investments, poor asset governance caused by poor transparency. Using a three-pronged approach, BoBi chain aims to break real-world assets into a digital age, making it easier for everyone to invest and earn while promoting sustainable development. This approach includes generating liquidity through BoBi's DeFi platforms, minting and issuing NFTs that represent natural asset capital, ensuring transparent governance by smart contracts to execute transactions. In addition to natural capital, BoBi plans to increase access to intangible assets properly by tokenizing insurance policies. Real estate, land, digital creations developed through BoBi features such as fractional rights will further reduce the barriers to entry for people worldwide. BoBi's digital currencies, which is detailed below, as additional rewards for participants. BoBi will also introduce BoBi hybrid exchange called Crypto Pallet, which will issue its own Pallet token. The Pallet token can be swapped using BoBi. On Pallet, participants can swap Pallet for NFTs and other sub-tokens created through the BoBi ecosystem. It's one of my favorites. BoBi Coin, Time, Eden's digital stable currencies, USA Coin, allows participants to participate directly with the BoBi ecosystem, serving under three unique purposes. The native BoBi chain coin, purchases of Time Coin, retail use of physical and digital goods. All token holders have partial and limited control over BoBi ecosystem with all access and privileges, with the exception of token mechanics and functionality. BoBi will be the primary currency, while USA Coin will be the stable currency and method of exchange in all physical spaces, while Time will serve as the virtual marketplace and NFT marketplace token. These tokens are energy efficient since they are minted through the EPOS and ECC1, allowing token holders, traders, and yield farmers to participate in automatic market maker, AMM, exchanges to mine Time, as well as BoBi while the utility grows. It increases the number of POS and ECC miners. BoBi's preliminary goal is to launch a startup incubator along with decentralized finance systems, DeFi. Once established, there will be an ample opportunity to develop and launch such more models with BoBi. BoBi DeFi platform, U.S. crypto bank. Eden will allow multi-custodial account creation. BoBi's decentralized credit platform allows more people to become lenders and hold policies. By removing collateral requirements that prevents so many people from becoming lenders, BoBi introduces a DeFi lending opportunity for everyday people, not just a privileged class of crypto-savvy investors. Policyholders can facilitate long-term principles with the standard institutions through smart contracts to customize their plans. With the availability of national plans, holders can decide which lending insurance policies is the best deal for their needs. Through DeFi, both private and public users can access yield-generating opportunities governed by fair, transparent principles, granting increased access to capital insurance plans for all parties. With BoBi DeFi, lenders and policyholders can be both public or private, with the key difference being that public lenders can lend to anyone and policyholders can reside from different areas of the countries. Private lenders are no longer limited to their companies, societies, or group through BoBi Startup Incubator platform. Institutions and other publics have direct access to investment opportunities that are unambiguous, trustworthy, and fair. Lenders will receive investments from public corporations and also will be able to use their own funds available to lend, closing the gap between uninsured younger generations to the elderly population. Finally, the public will have access to receive funds from lenders. Clients will facilitate policies with agents through a smart contract with multiple validators running the blockchain. Insurance companies can grow their reach by having a network of agents in all regions. The BoBi lending system is a decentralized loan system based on the blockchain. The BoBi team is working on agreements with corporations and whole borrowing processes that will be jointly completed by the BoBi risk control team, borrowers, Eden Pledger, and bank stablecoin, which is USA coin. Liquidity providers. All of the borrowers service employees of partner corporations whose blockchain addresses are KYC authenticated, which is know your customers, and also whose credit is guaranteed by the BoBi risk control team according to the information of work. The borrowers will not need to put up their own collateral to borrow with their own line of credit. BoBi pledgers stake BoBis to smart contracts, and USA liquidity providers provide bank loans to borrowers according to their certain proportion to the market value of the collateral. The bank interest paid by borrowers will be shared pro rata by pledgers, liquidity providers, and the BoBi team. Incentives. BoBi DeFi represents investors and the public with the opportunities to invest in lending protocols managed by either BoBi or the lenders themselves. Depending on their stake tokens and reputations, each lender is able to provide loans to customers. Similarly, private lenders can also extend loans to their employees and community with their own governance and risk. CryptoPallet, BoBi's hybrid exchange. CryptoPallet leverages and combines the best features from DEXs and CEXs, which is decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges. This aggregate of features allows CryptoPallet to provide safer environmental solutions for traders, gives more access to users to crypto by accepting fiat payments, and provide an overall better use experience with order books. CryptoPallet decentralized features is non-custodial wallets, liquidity providers for users. Traders do not have to use KYC. CryptoPallet centralized features, order books, purchase crypto with a credit card. Specific projects may require KYC. And KYB for all participants starting a liquidity pool or project. Non-fungible tokens are unique blockchain items that have the right to the blockchain management. Some good examples of NFTs include the ownership of records of collections, in-game items, digital art, event tickets, domain names, and other physical assets. In the world of BoBi, NFTs may represent land on an island in Southeast Asia, real estate property all over the world, a portion of trees in the Virgin Island, the right to use yachts, and the right to park yachts for a period of time. The BoBi self-development NFT or marketplace will be a blockchain-based cross-platform ecosystem for sharing and selling NFTs. The platform aims to provide a unique and novel market for the NFT collection and distribution. The BoBi NFT market is dedicated to creating NFTs and issuance for NFTs related to the physical assets, which is a novel way of NFTs creators and owners of the physical access to connect with their consumers and brands through digital collections. The BoBi NFT market will become the top NFT brand for providers of a market for NFT creators and collections to interact and share exclusive contents in a multi-platform environment. The crypto pallet token, $pallet, is an also functional token in the BoBi NFT market. Staking and mining. Pallet token allows holders to obtain unique NFTs in the BoBi NFT market. Access right. Pallet token allows holders to unlock access to activities and advanced content such as competitions, tasks, and exclusive NFT deliveries. NFT creations. NFT creators enter the marketplace and promote their 3D collections through the crypto pallet NFT marketplace. Real-world assets to Web3. BoBi's first-time physical space are located near the island of the Dominican Republic, where we aim to develop and tokenize land and real estate to bring on-chain, including residential single-family homes, residential villas in Miami and the Caribbean, an incubator startups for entrepreneurs, private islands off the coast of Georgia, and a star over the city of the future. These real-world assets are functionality tokens bought, sold, and auctioned through the BoBi NFT marketplace. The startup incubator being developed will support the development of early-stage companies and entrepreneurs that are funded and coached by experienced business professionals, investors, and venture capitals associated with BoBi. The startup ecosystem. BoBi aims to create a world where everyday people have better access to capital, reducing the wealth gap and changing the lives of millions. Retail investors often risk average and approach new ventures with caution. In order to effectively connect global retailers with venture capital, it's essential to develop a low-risk participation framework. This is where BoBi Startup Incubator shines. The platform is designed for retail, venture investors, and equity and becoming token holders by providing everyday people with the opportunity to safely grow their own capital. It not only equips them with necessary tools to improve their quality of life, but also introduces new resources and funds that will help drive innovation. How is it different? Unlike the majority of startup investment platforms that target venture funding, BoBi Startup Incubator does more than simply connect retail ventures to startup and needs of capital. With BoBi, all entrepreneurs have access to physical incubator that facilitates the development of each project, guiding them through the complexities of early stage development. And by introducing this incubator into the development processing, we're able to mitigate risks as well as simply the process, ensuring retail investors can participate safely and hassle-free. With the rise of powerful private sectors, countries like China and India are experiencing hyper-economic growth, making their markets faster growing economies in the world. Cities like Atlanta and Miami are seeing similar trends, and it's widely believed that this region will be the next experience runway to success. It is estimated that the number of Series A investments in this region will double in 2023. However, retail accounts less than 1% of venture capital markets, despite the early stage development, is in leading in wealth generators. Currently, Most companies are unable to go public until the peak value has been achieved. With growth aspects dwindling once these companies are listed on the market, there is no room for success. This is where BoBi has the potential to disrupt the market and remake venture capital trends. With BoBi, retail investors have more power, speeding up the investment process and amplifying the number of projects in need of funding. More retail investors can participate in fundraising thanks to the affordable and secure nature of these investments. BoBi aims to develop and support startups focused on sustainable businesses within the following industry: green technology, semi-autonomous AI, blockchain, the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence of things, renewable energy, sustainable lifestyle, consumer goods and services. How this works. Not only does BoBi startup ecosystem provide an incubator space for funding to home growth startups, but it also spearheads fair and transparent investment opportunities for institutions and the public with the blockchain. With BoBi, startups can gain access to funds from venture capitalists in 3 simple steps, bringing them closer to realizations of their initiatives. Seed investors and public can select venture capitals of their choice. Once selected, venture capitals will receive applications for startups for funding. Finally, the startups will receive funding from venture capitalists. Participating venture capitalists will be selected through the BoBi governance and required to stake in BoBi in order to participate. With staking criteria being periodically reviewed, all projects within the startup ecosystem are regulated through the blockchain smart contracts, ensuring anonymity and eliminating the risk of third-party manipulation. In all situations where governance is required, either the venture capitalist or the public will vote on established consensus key factors. BoBi Startup Incubator platform is built to facilitate the entire process with full transparency from idea to realization and beyond. Entrepreneur crowdfunding. Providing entrepreneurs with the means to start developing their own project is an essential aspect of BoBi ecosystem. The BoBi Entrepreneur Crowdfunding Platform is there to help entrepreneurs move their projects forward and all inspire entrepreneurs that can create their own personal entrepreneurial credit. This allows them to receive funding through BoBi, either from their own personal communities or from the larger BoBi communities. These entrepreneurs have the access to BoBi's renowned venture capitalists who can now guide them through their final decisions. Once an entrepreneur has developed and published their ideas, their fund's investment may grow in value. As the entrepreneur creates more value, the larger BoBi ecosystem grows. Eden communities. Eden aims to empower and thriving ecosystems, which includes investors, entrepreneurs, corporations, employees, islanders, and influencers. As mentioned earlier, BoBi Startup Incubator is designed to bring together investors and entrepreneurs. Investors of all stripes, from institutional to angel investors, are the primary engine and funds to startup initiatives at BoBi. These contributions create the environment in which entrepreneurs need to transform their ideas into reality. By providing entrepreneurs with access to the 4 C's, capital, connections, coachings, and channels, Eden Startup Incubator radically increases the odds of entrepreneurial success, which now turns value into BoBi's ecosystem. The second cornerstone of Eden's community is to bring corporations and their employees. Corporations make up the foundation of the Eden ecosystem, which creates a wealth opportunity, and during that BoBi community will be able to grow at a sustainable rate. Meanwhile, employees of these corporations make up the backbone of the BoBi community. Through the BoBi DeFi platform, employees have access to DeFi lending and yield generation opportunities, allowing them to secure their own financial futures, better participate in the local economy, and free themselves from a scarcity mindset. Lastly, the final group of the Eden ecosystem are the influencers. To ensure BoBi reaches potential audience with impactful, inspiring, and informative content, BoBi will collaborate with a vast network of mainstream influencers These influencers will raise awareness on behalf of BoBi by educating the audience on the basic understanding and unique possibilities of what BoBi offers, while promoting startups developed by BoBi along with associated products. Supply allocation, 13.5% goes to the team, 2.5% goes to the advisors, 2.5% goes to the foundation, 15% goes to the public sale, 8% goes to the bridge, 20% goes to staking, 6% goes to liquidity pool, 2.5% goes to centralized exchanges, 6.6% goes to the marketing team, 9.6% goes to the partnerships, 14.4% goes to development, and 0.85% goes to the classic airdrops. BoBi's deflationary system. BoBi has a periodic burning schedule. Each project launch in the BoBi chain will burn BoBi tokens collectively to reduce the supplies of BoBi according to the specific use cases and keep our token economics deflationary. Due to BoBi's coin allocation, the initial coin offering crowdfunding method where cryptocurrencies tokens offered will through the exchange of tokens developed by Eden. The team. These tokens will be allocated for funding and non-founding members of BoBi. The advisors, these tokens are allocated to BoBi. The foundations, these tokens will be used for such benefit and donations to the public interest organizations or non-profit organizations. The public sale tokens are reserved for public to purchase. The bridge tokens are reserved for cross-chain bridges such as ERC to BoBi, Binance to BoBi, Solana to BoBi, other bridges. Staking rewards token are reserved for rewards of staking protocols, security, STOs. An STO is a fundraising method through crowdfunding in exchange for tokens backed by real assets. STOs are different from ICOs, come with the promise of solid returns for businesses and investors alike. DEX liquidity pools tokens are reserved for the liquidity pools of decentralized exchanges, which BoBi will list. SEX pools, which is centralized exchange liquidity pools, tokens are reserved for centralized exchanges in which BoBi will list. Marketing tokens will be reserved for marketing activities, partnerships. These tokens will be reserved for business collaborations and partnership developments. Tokens will be used for long-term development of Eden ecosystem. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are NFTs or crypto tokens represent a unique item or value. You can create an NFT or token such as art, music, movies, collectible items, real estate, and games. DeFi, decentralized finance. Also, open finance development is one of the most revolutionary concepts of the blockchain technology. Capital fund allocation. The estimated cost for to build a mainnet version of the BoBiNet. In order to deliver our promise, we have set prices to deliver high quality product. Estimated completion is 90 days with weekends off. 60 days including the blockchain build it, a 90-day and a 30-day wallet integration. In total, the seed round will total $1.5 million all in. It includes a $1 million government bond with the U.S. Treasury and the stable coin of BoBi. Budget allocation, developers, front-end and back-end developers, blockchain nodes, the BoBi blockchain and BoBi wallets, the back-end server maintenance, wallet of iOS, the wallet of Android, coin market cap and CoinGecko listings, the demo, travel expenses, liquidity pool, and marketing. Post-marketing includes YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, newspaper, including the LA Weekly, New York Times, the Miami Tribune, Chicago Tribune, billboards, events. Legal and liability disclaimer. This section illustrates and risk disclaimers concerning the project, including BoBi coins. Please read it carefully. This section is not intended to be exhaustive, and docs do not constitute investment or other advice. Prospective purchasers should make their own independent evaluations of risks and all factors that should be detailed in the information set out. or elsewhere in this white paper. Other risks and uncertainties unknown in the BoBi is considered insignificant at the time and could have been material adverse effect on the business operations, financial conditions, and prospects of the BoBi. Authorization by BoBi. No person in authorization provided by any information to make any representation not included in this white paper, and information or representation not contained herein must not be relied upon having been authorized by the BoBi. Lacking operating history of BoBi. BoBi is a newly formed entity and has been little operating history or little track record that could be used to evaluate the delivery of this project. No offer of security or regulation. The white paper does not constitute prospectus or offer document of any sort of intended constitute an offer of securities or the solicitation of for investment in securities in any jurisdictions. No person bound or enter in this contract or binding legal agreement, and no cryptocurrency as any form of payment should be accepted on the basis of this white paper. Incomplete information regarding this project. You will not have full access to all the information relevant to BoBi and this project. BoBi is not required to update you with the progress of this project. Changes to this project. Various features to this project including the terms of the conditions, fees, structure, purpose, consensus protocol, the algorithm, source codes, infrastructure development, and other technical specifications and parameters may be updated and changed from time to time. Further, BoBi may encounter difficulties during the development of the products, including financial, resourcing, and technical difficulties. These difficulties are unprecedented and may be unresolvable and compromise the overall development of the project. Development of the project may therefore be terminated and delayed from time to time for any reasons. Particularly, features of this project may be realized, such as failure, termination, or delay, or are likely to produce the complete obliterate or any existing utility that tokens they may hold. Potential or misuse of the project. Services may be banned, restricted in certain jurisdictions, and may potentially use of the project. As a result, governmental authorities or regulations may take actions against the project. They may deter users from using the project or may involve the company's shutdown of the project. Possible migration of the BoBi tokens. BoBi chain is a blockchain mainnet and core product of BoBi. However, BoBi reserves the right to migrate BoBi tokens to other protocols to generate replacement tokens on a new protocol in the future. Should BoBi determine on its sole discretion to do so necessary for the useful of its operation of BoBi. Should BoBi decide to migrate BoBi coins, BoBi may no longer provide support for pre-existing tokens or other operation matters except for the respect of the migration process. No assets, property, governance, or security under BoBi coins, and particularly the BoBi tokens do not constitute the intellectual property, ownership rights, or stake, shares, or security members' right or equivalent rights to any rights received through future revenue shares of any form of the participation of governing rights to the relevant of the BoBi. Nothing underpins the value of BoBi tokens other than the prospect of the prospect's access, use, and functionality. According to the subject written agreements to the contrary, all decisions involving the project may be made by BoBi, including decisions to discontinue the project, which we're not doing. These discussions could adversely affect the project and the utility of BoBi coins that you hold. Due to that there is no security right, BoBi coins are not considered, interpreted, classified, or treated as debentures, stocks, or shares issued by any person or entity, rights, options, or derivatives in any respect to the debentures, stocks, or shares, rights under a contract, or differences under any other contract for the purposes and pretended of use of which to secure a profit or a loss. Units of a collective investment scheme, structural products, units of a trusted derivative, or of a unit of a business trust. volatility of cryptocurrencies and digital assets and fiat currencies. BoBi may hold the proceeds of cryptocurrencies, other digital assets, or fiat currencies, or the combination of any of them. The value of these fiat currencies and digital assets may fluctuate significantly over time of short and as a result of market dynamics. Regulatory actions and changes, technical advancements, exchange availability, and broker economic and political factors may also occur. This volatility is likely to impact the funding that is available for development of projects that may affect the utility of the BoBi coin. Legal status of BoBi token and project is untested. The laws of various jurisdictions may apply to BoBi tokens and the project. The application of the laws and regulations of BoBi coins and the project is, in many cases, largely untested and subject to change without notice. In particular, any current government or regulatory tolerance of cryptographic tokens and cryptocurrencies can change rapidly, and BoBi coins may change from time to time, deemed to be a security, investment, asset, or money government authorities of regulators. BoBi may receive formal or informal inquiries, notices, requests, and warnings by government authorities and regulators, actions that may be taken by government authorities and regulators against BoBi of the project. Tax treatment and accounting. BoBi purchaser and transactions in relation to BoBi coins and the project may be subject to tax laws and regulations in applicable jurisdictions. The tax treatments and accounting of transactions in the relation to BoBi coins and other projects are uncertain and largely untested in the area of the law and practice, and subject to the prospective and the retroactive changes without notice. Tax treatment in the cryptographic tokens and cryptocurrencies may vary amongst jurisdictions. Purchasing BoBi coins or the use of the project as a result or in connection with any purchase, grant, or delivery, exercise, vesting, distributing, activation, holding, use, appreciation, conversion, sale, exchange, redemption, assignment, transfer, disposal may attract certain tax implications either now or in the future. BoBi may receive formal or informal transfer. Disposal may attract certain tax implications either now or in the future. BoBi may receive inquiries, notices, requests, or summons from tax authorities, and as a result, BoBi may be required to furnish certain tax information about the BoBi coin sale or the project. You may seek independent professional or tax implications in relating to the BoBi coins, use or project, and other transactions of particular of this transaction. Reliance on the internet. BoBi coins and their project have heavily relied on the internet. However, the public nature of the internet means that certain parts of the internet or the entire internet might be unreliable or unavailable at any given time. Furthermore, interruption, delay, corruption, loss of data, and loss of confidentiality and transmission of data may occur when transferring data via the internet. Sorry guys, been reading for hours, so I'm almost done. We're almost done. Reliance on the blockchain platform. The BoBi coin holders needs to have sufficient understanding of the functionality, use, storage, transmission, mechanisms, and other material properties of the cryptographic assets, wallets, and other token storage mechanics, and public-private administration, blockchain technology, and blockchain-based software. BoBi coin holders understand, recognize, acknowledge that some understanding of the BoBi coin holder to appreciate implications and risks of purchasing BoBi coins. The BoBi coin holder understands and accepts the risk of smart contract concepts, the underlying software application, the software platform, and the ecosystem architecture are the underlying development stage and yet to be proven. There are no warranties or guarantees in the process of creating BoBi coins, and there will be uninterrupted or error-free issues and in the inherent risk that the software could be hold weaknesses, vulnerabilities, or bug causing alienated the complete loss and contributed value of the BoBi coin. The BoBi coin holder understands and accepts the blockchain technologies allows for new forms of interactions. There is a possibility that jurisdictions will apply to existing regulations or introduce new laws addressing blockchain-based applications, which may, on the contrary, due to the current setup terms of the condition of the BoBi coins and BoBi coin themselves, may, in alia, result in the principal alterations and smart contract systems of the protocol, including the termination and loss of BoBi coins and the BoBi coin holder. Blockchain technology is experimental, and risks arising from this reliance include, or not limited to, the existence of technical flaws and such as a blockchain platform, targeting of such blockchains by malicious persons, changes in such blockchain platform consensus protocols or algorithms, decreased community or minor support such as blockchain platforms, the existence of development or completing networks and platforms, the existence of development or forked versions of such platforms, flaws in Solidity script language, disrupts between blockchain platforms, developers, miners, and other regulatory actions such as blockchain platform developers, miners, and users. Source code changes and flaws. The various source codes used in the BoBi and other projects are subject to change at any time, or more defects, weaknesses, inconsistencies, errors, or bugs. No anonymity holder or transfer of BoBi coins and use of the project, if and when developed, will be anonymous. Your address and such participation will be recorded on a permissionless blockchain. Loss of a private key is permanent and irreversible. You are responsible for securing your own private key. Losing control of your private key will permanently and irreversibly deny you access to the BoBi coins. Neither BoBi nor other person will be able to retrieve or protect your BoBi coins. Once lost, you will not be able to transfer BoBi coins to other addresses or wallets. You will not be able to realize any value or utility that the coin you hold was lost. The targeting of BoBi coins are project and malicious persons. BoBi coins are project and BoBi may be targeted by malicious persons who may attempt to steal BoBi coins or proceeds and otherwise intervene with the BoBi coin pre-sale. The BoBi coins and the project may also be vulnerable to exploitations and vulnerabilities in the contract and other code, as well as human error. This could result in significant losses or impact that materially affect your interests. Targeting your malicious persons. Malicious entities may target you in attempts to steal your BoBi coins or cryptocurrencies that you may hold and claim of BoBi coins that you may have purchased. This may involve unauthorized access to your digital wallet or your private keys, your cryptocurrency addresses, your emails and social accounts, as well as unauthorized access to your computer, smartphone, and other devices that you may use. No liabilities of any sort. BoBi or any BoBi team is not liable to any direct, indirect, special, incidental, consequential, or any losses of any kind in torn contract otherwise, including but not limited to the revenue, income, or profits and loss of your data, arising out of the connection with any acceptance or relying on this white paper or therefore by you. Market and industry information. The white paper may include market and industry information and forecasts that have been obtained by internal surveys, reports, and studies where appropriate, as well as market research, publicly available information, and industry publications. Such surveys, reports, studies, and market research, publicly available, and publications generally state that the information contained by this source is believed to be reliable, but there can be no assurance that the accuracy and completion is included in this information. Last page, before we get to the specific coins. Third-party consent. Save for BoBi and its respective directors, exclusive officers, and employees, no person has provided his or her consent to the inclusion or his name, information attributed to the perceived to be attributed to the persons in connection therefore in this white paper, no representation, warranty, or undertaking in the purpose to be provided as to the accuracy of the completeness of such information by such persons such as and shall not be obliged to provide any other updates at the time. No advice, no information in this white paper should not be considered to be business, legal, financial, or tax advice regarding BoBi coins, or possible future token sales. Restrictions on distribution and dissemination. The distribution or dissemination of white paper is such, therefore, as a cause may be prohibited or restricted by the laws, regulatory requirements, and rules of the jurisdiction. In case whereas restrictions, you are to inform yourself and to observe any restrictions that are applicable to your possession or to the white paper. Such, therefore, your own expertise without the liability of BoBi or any affiliated entities or members of BoBi. It's raining. Potential risk. Blockchain-related risk, the underlying software and application is still in early development stage and unproven, so that it is no guarantee that the process of creating BoBi coins will be uninterrupted or error-free. There is an inherent weakness, vulnerability, or bug software causing the complete loss of BoBi coins in this project. So, on part 2, we'll talk about the Emerald Tablets DAO. It's a lot of complexities regarding artificial intelligence. And we'll talk about Crypto Palette in detail, US Crypto Bank, entering the insurance market, and that will be the end of part 2. We have finished the whole white paper. I'm so happy that I was able to get this physically through the digital internet, through YouTube. Whoever watches this on YouTube, I really appreciate it. Whoever watches this on Instagram, thank you. And those who actually join the BoBi ecosystem and our blockchain technology, it's gonna be one of the best blockchains you'll see. Personal opinion, it's gonna be better than Cardano. It's gonna be better than Solana. We're gonna compete with Ethereum, although it's a big platform and Bitcoin is always king. So buy Bitcoin, buy BoBi. Thank you all and have a great day.